That feeling.
Nope, that's it. Going
I
to chase
can't.
that one right to the grave.
Right. I wonder if we can just like load it. Okay. Well, yeah. I get warmed up. Woo!
Oh, it's good. It's right. There we go. Now we're waking up.
There we go.
Waking up.
I wonder
First thing in the morning.
If in the future when we're like,
hey, Deirdre's here.
hey Deirdre, when we're like synthetic android bodied people,
Yeah.
like people that can live forever,
Yeah.
we probably just have a program that we run that makes us feel drunk, right? We won't even have to pay for it anymore.
It's like with Demolition Man. I guess.
Demolition Man,
right? Is that
it?
the one where
I have to rewatch that though.
No, but it's the sex machine where they like put the goggles on in
Oh.
the future. Isn't that Demolition Man where
It probably
goes into
is.
the future, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The pretense is correct.
Yeah, he's got these goggles, and she's like, "You want to, have sex?" And he's like, "Yeah." and so she's like, "I'll be right back." And he's like, "All right." Like getting all stuff. And then she hands him like a pair of goggles. And he's like, "What's this?" She's like,
Avatar sex. James Cameron wrote it. Put these James Cameron goggles on, you blue fucker. I'm about to intertwine my hair with yours.
We're losing it again. We
Stallone
gotta
hair.
start the show.
No. The best parts are when we don't record.
That's true.
Let's not even do the show.
Let's not. You know what? The show's canceled. We're done.
This
We're done with
show's
the show.
over. The 264 was our last episode.
That's right.
That's where we'll stop.
We're not even going to get it to a shelved end. No.
I apologize to those on the live stream, but I'm not going to be on it today. I'm just going to pretend like it doesn't exist. That's usually do better like that anyway.
That is the way to take
I like
it.
to just do it like we're just having a conversation. That's
that's what the show is.
That's the whole
What
point
did you
of
think
the show.
you were doing?
I thought I was supposed to entertain people. I thought I was
we
supposed to
can't do
bring
that.
joy to other human beings.
We can't do that. What are you talking about?
I'm not responsible for your serotonin.
Exactly right. We're completely inept when it comes to that.
I'm responsible for your cortisol.
That's right. I'm just here for your tears.
I just want the pain. I want to cause it. I want to feel it.
That's it. Let's give him some pain.
People.
We don't have Sam for some
No, they're not getting it.
But is this recording?
Recording on
Not
the
recording.
track.
No. How about now? No. How about now? No.
What's going on?
What in the hell?
I don't know.
Well, it looks like we're not starting the show yet.
All right.
What in
My favorite.
hell?
My favorite part of the week
favorite.
where I'm not on the show.
Oh, I know what it is. Because I started the session before I turned it on. Yeah, because it says not connected. That would do it. Let's see.
We're using
here.
primitive software here, guys.
That's right.
It's all just stuff you could have bought in 1995. Dial up.
1922 for
1922.
$50.
It's a gramophone. We do this on. Our only fan is Alexander Graham Bell, and all he's asking us ever is just how does he figure out more of Tesla's ideas?
Can you hear me?
In Philadelphia, it's worth
$50.
The background.
Yep.
It tells time in 3 different.
Yeah,
time
3
zones.
different atmospheres. Yeah.
He's just looking at him dead face.
Yeah. Well, in Philadelphia, it's worth $50.
It's the most random reference no one's ever gonna get.
I know, it's great.
My clothes are so old they can vote. I'm missing buttons on this fucking thing.
Well, I mean, somebody.
I don't want to buy new clothes. Why do I have to continually incur expenses to live?
It's a hedonic
Sick
treadmill.
of it. Sick of it. I'm in a hamster wheel of sorrow.
That's right. Well, that has nothing to do with the clothes.
It's got everything to do with these clothes. Clothes make the man. Man makes the clothes. God made man. Man loves clothes. I love this line a lot. Works every time.
It does.
Every single time.
It does. It doesn't get better than that. God made man. Man made clothes. God loves clothes.
God hates your dick.
Yep, that's
so
right.
much.
That's right. Put
I
that
hate
shit
that
away.
stinky-
Biggest mistake I ever made.
Why on
Well,
the outside?
smallest mistake I ever made,
In
actually.
your case.
Yeah.
Bunch of nasty flesh just flopping in between your legs. like some kind of tiny little lazy snake.
Were you making fun of elephants or something over there, Chief?
You look so stupid.
You're so dumb.
Criticizing you as if you had any choice in the design.
All right, let's start. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Yay! And then space. What does that do? Did that blow your mind? That just happened.
This corner weighing in at 180 pounds.
Darkness, everybody!
You've got a dirty, whorish mouth.
What a fucking amateur. Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong? Yeah. Okay, then.
Hail to the king, David.
Fuck it, dude. Let's go bold.
You tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you. I'm kidding. We'll come back by tonight. Okay.
Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt.
And that's it.
All.
Little peek behind the curtain there for you.
Yeah.
The reason that I hold these things out, like when I say, what's going on, everybody? And then for weird news, when I go, all righty. The reason why is because
You got to manipulate that
I
soundboard.
have to fiddle with the soundboard. So there was a little bit of an extra hesitation there because the button didn't. Well,
If they're
what's
coming
the
here at
opposite of depress? It's to depress the button.
to depress it.
Release it, I guess, would be the
suppose,
other
yeah.
option. Maybe.
To I don't know.
I don't know. Prozac. I don't
Make
know.
it yeah. Well adjusted.
Yeah, whatever.
I
it is.
guess.
Yeah,
Who
I don't
knows?
know. I don't know. Well, we
Does
had.
anyone care? If you're here,
Does anyone care? Let us know.
yeah, call us up at 505 2 Mats or what was our old number?
it
We used
was,
to have an old number you can call live on the
I
show.
forget what number it was. Was it 30 mats, 40 mats,
Yeah,
50
it was.
mats?
It was
something?
some sort of.
It was a number, but I forget what
was
the number was.
multiple Mats,
There was multiple mats. That was the
more than just these two.
that was the takeaway. Yeah, right, exactly right. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, it's gone now.
Yeah,
I think.
it's gonna be a very bad show. I can tell you right now.
Yeah,
Chris is not here to bail me out because
Nope.
usually he'll be over here giving his dry, takes on life and such, and
Yep.
giving me topics to springboard off of. But the problem is, see, in my brand of humor, it's constantly like tangential.
Mhm.
I am just letting my brain just barf all over the place.
That's it. I don't take us anywhere. I just make sure that we get there as slowly as possible.
You're the brakes, and I am gas. All I do is just. I'm like Dale Earnhardt.
That's
And much like Dale Earnhardt,
Right.
I'm going to crash at the NASCAR, at the Indy 500. I'm going to die in a fiery wreck.
Burst into flames,
Oh,
surrounded by
charred and
rubber.
crispy. If his family didn't eat him,
Yeah,
then I don't think they're real rednecks.
I don't think they're true Southerners.
They
Yeah,
gotta put barbecue sauce on that body and eat
listen,
up.
listen. The only thing keeping you from it is cooking. Really,
Social
Pre-cooked.
They don't need. They don't need the social graces.
no.
They've already eschewed them in their culture.
All you need to do is come along, get one of those cluck cluck chicken bar places, right, and have freeze dried Dale Earnhardt beef jerky.
Oh,
All you got to do,
that would
just
be delicious.
sit them in some salt,
Mm.
just desiccate them
Preserve
a
'em.
little bit.
Let your family chew on them
That's all
every,
you have
every
to
so
do.
often when they feel like they're missing them.
Exactly, it's a piece of cake.
Junior,
It's so simple. Just get.
you can put them in cake
just
too.
do it.
Salt-
You can
the
put them in
salt
cake.
Would
Just-
make it taste much better. It brings out the flavors out.
I'll tell you, I hated cake before, but ever since we got this Dale Earnhardt jerky, man, I love cake.
Woo, what part you think I'm eating today?
That's right.
It feels like the ear.
Yeah, this part part wiggled around a little bit. This must have been the last finger that was moving, I guess.
Still a little bit of NASCAR driving.
That's right. There's still,
left in 'em.
I think there's still a little bit of wheel left on that one.
I can taste the rubber that got melted into his flesh in the fiery explosion.
This is the show.
We're making references to something that happened like 20 years
That was
ago.
a lot longer than that, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was funny. Allison was telling me that the one and only time she ever watched NASCAR was that race when he died. in
That's
it.
what happens.
And as they
Don't
turned it on,
watch
they
it.
were watching it. He died in a horrible wreck. They'd never watch it again.
Yeah, why would you? You got all. It doesn't get better than that. That's. They don't. You don't go to a NASCAR event to watch a car drive in circles 30 times.
No.
You go there to watch somebody crash and burn. You just normally, you only secretly wish that they don't get out of the wreckage, I think is what it is.
Whatever happens to them it's up to them. That's
It's their fault.
fate.
Yeah, exactly.
They signed up for this.
I didn't see anybody with guns escort you to this vehicle.
Nope.
You did this on your free will.
And you're going like 200 miles an hour. That's too fast for it. Who needs to get anywhere that fast?
And much less back to the place where you started.
You're just trying to see how much you can stay in front of somebody else. But
Yeah, exactly.
I say this, but if you go down, drive down the highway, go down
Yeah.
695,
Right.
everybody's in the Indy 500.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's Dale Earnhardt.
Get
And I've
out of
seen
my
some
way.
Dale Earnhardts happen
Oh,
out
yes.
there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
there's
me
been some-
too.
I've seen the last day on earth for some people. Oh my God. I don't know if I brought this up at the time, but when I went to Salem with Zach,
Yeah.
I'm sure I talked about this on the show. We were driving up there. I don't know where we were, in Connecticut, maybe.
Mhm.
Driving up there, the one side of the road going south is totally empty.
Right.
We're driving up, empty. And we're like, something must have happened. Come up to, there's a police car, like a wrecked car, and a sheet over a form
Ooh.
in the road.
Hey.
And we were like, I think we just saw a dead body. Oh my God.
What I want to know is where's the sheet come from? Do they
Where they
stop
got
by
their
Walmart on the way? Like,
Where are
they
the
just
sheets?
keep one in the back. Where do the
See,
sheets come from?
Fill us in if you're a cop or if you're in emergency services.
Yeah, if somebody has an answer to that,
I want
let
to
us
know where are these sheets coming from?
where are the
is
sheets
is the My Pillow guy?
Do they clean them and reuse them? Do they just keep them with the body? These
Do
are
they
the
get
questions.
buried in there with them, or they
Right.
get burned or something?
Do they burn them? Do they just kind of wrap them around and carry them like a hobo satchel to the morgue? What do they do? We need to know.
They cut him up and wrap up the body.
Make them into beef jerky. Inquiring minds need to know.
Why is there so much stitching around Grandpa's neck? Well, every time anyone dies, what
That's
they
right.
do is they sawzall them, cut them in a bunch of pieces, then they dress them back up. As the mortician gets them together, and
That's why that tie is real tight on the jacket.
you never
on the
really.
shirt
Yeah,
there.
that's true. When do you ever see like a dead body with a plunge neck dress?
Right.
Have you ever seen that?
I have one time, but I think that it was all prosthetic.
Oh,
I think the rest. I think they just made a like a wax, like a Madame Tussauds form, and they're like the whole chest was caved in.
they could do. Oh, they could do that because the body's dead. They don't even have to worry about the air holes. They
Right.
could totally make a mold of that body.
Yeah.
There's some factory out there.
Well, that's why
There's
they
a
got those
warehouse.
spiky contacts that they put in their eyes to keep their eyelids shut.
What?
You never saw that before?
No.
There's these little plastic, like oval shaped things
Okay.
that have barbs on them.
Oh, okay.
And basically, what you do is you put them like the person's they're dead on the table
Wide
with their eyes wide.
looking like they saw Godzilla.
You put these barbed wire contacts in there, and then you pull the eyelids down over the contacts, and they can't open back up again because
Oh,
the
wow.
barbs stick to the inside of the eyelids.
That is fucked up. How do you know that?
I don't remember.
Oh no.
But it's not for beef jerky, that's for sure.
What the fuck?
Yep.
That is crazy. I would love to talk to like also like a mortician or,
Yeah.
or somebody who works in a funeral home
Yeah.
and just hear some of these like these little trivia bits.
Oh, there's all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Because it's got to be so weird to be preparing a body. And they never look, if you've, I'm sure, unfortunately, all of our audience members have been to a funeral at some point.
Right. Certainly.
You've seen, your dead relatives or friends or whoever, but it doesn't look like them. It doesn't ever really, it feels so kind of unnatural. And I know it's because the body's decomposing and all that shit.
That's
and they're
another part of it.
bombed and they just look fucking weird. I don't even know if I want
They use filler in people's faces.
like crab cakes.
Yeah. They put like some breading in there. They just do like a
Grandpa's.
Marlon Brando. They just stuff some napkins in the sides of the cheeks. Got to puff them out a little bit.
They put filler in them?
Yeah.
What? Like sawdust?
Basically. Yeah.
What?
No.
Like IKEA furniture?
like liquid filler to make them
They got liquid wood like glue.
Yeah.
Sawdust glue.
Yeah. You got that. What do they call it? The rubber cement. You got.
So they're basically just janitors, right?
Yeah.
There's whatever they don't use on barf.
They'll just clean
And
out
the-
your
and the-
insides and they'll just prop it all back up. Just buff the floor.
Can you just give him a buff real quick? He's a little dirty. from
Yeah.
this,
I mean,
He's staring at me, boss. Yeah, we haven't put the contact lenses in him yet.
And he always leaned to the right. Could you maybe put an iron bar up his spine or something like that? We want him to be straight for Jesus.
I would love. You got to be straight for
You gotta be
Jesus
straight
now.
for Jesus is the only way you're getting into heaven. It's in the rules. It's on the lease.
We are just leasing these fucking bodies, aren't we?
Yeah, of course.
They're all God's property.
That's right.
He hates us.
That's what I say every time I crack open a beer. This is going to be God's problem one day.
Fuck you, God. I'm about to fuck up your nonsense right now. You think you
It's your mistake for giving me this whole free will bullshit.
I'll show you a temple.
Temple to
Sad.
filth and decadence.
This is my homage. This
This is what life's like to me, God.
it fucking
Thanks for the perspective and the beer.
Well, Jesus was a carpenter, and I do feel like there's sawdust in the dead body
There's,
somewhere.
there's
They got to fill them up like a vacuum
they
bag.
just put the tube down their throat and just put it on reverse.
Just pump,
Just
yeah.
whatever you
Pump
cleaned up
dust
from the
and-
floor last night is going into the people tonight. That's it.
That belief structure too insists. Well, maybe it's Catholicism only, but
What?
insists that we're gonna like get our bodies back again.
Oh no, it's not just Catholicism. That's the reason why there's graves all up the wall, the hills around the Temple Mount
Yeah.
in Israel, because that's a big component of the Abrahamic religions, is that your physical body will be reanimated.
That sounds awful because you're gonna have these spiky contacts in,
Yeah,
and you're gonna be full of sawdust and IKEA bits and pieces, meatballs.
but maybe we need to start a spiky contact removal business,
Oh yeah,
right? We'll just get the LLC and just sit it on a shelf.
do a contract with God, or,
Yep.
or the you
Yep.
know, the horseman.
Whatever, yeah. Whoever's got spiky contacts going.
Whoever needs to get that reversed.
Whether you're God, whether you're a horseman, whatever whoever you are, we'll take the contact out.
Centaurs, we'll take those things right out
We
of
just
your
pull
eyes.
the top lid, and then we just go in there with a pair of needle nose.
Yeah,
It comes right
It's got a
out.
little barb
Because
piece.
it's not spiky on the eyeball part. It's
Right.
only the outside part.
Hmm.
You know.
I mean, imagine waking up like later on, getting resurrected, not being able to open your eyes, being full of embalming fluid, also having lost like basically all your skin and every other thing. How long do you think it takes? This is a super morbid
Yeah, well,
first bit.
this
But
is
how
it.
long do you think it takes for the maggots to get into the coffin? Or for like
a
any
long
of the
time. Well, but that all depends upon because I think the maggots start inside, like
Oh,
whatever you
from the-
ate.
Oh, I see. And oh yeah, because you're not digesting anymore. So whatever
Right.
like whatever little tiny eggs and such.
Yeah, because I remember reading at some point. I remember reading a story about the person. I think it was a guy. The person who figured out, like the whole reproductive cycle of a fly. Because
Yeah.
previous to that, they thought that flies just like came out of the air or out of food or something like that.
Oh, what?
They didn't realize that the eggs were laid in the food, and then they came through. Because they didn't obviously weren't able to see that part.
Yeah.
But what they did was they sat. I think they just got like 2 pieces of fruit from somewhere, and then they grew the fruit themselves.
Mm.
One of the things was inside an enclosed case of some sort that still let, I guess, oxygen and light in,
Mm.
and the other one was out in the open. And the one, as the fruit grew and fell and rotted, the flies were coming out of that. The larvae were in there, but the one in the case was not, and so that showed that it was the process of basically those things landing there. So in the same situation, I would imagine that there are indetectable, or I guess meeting the tolerance of,
There has to be some undigested fly larva in your
Yeah.
stomach
Yep.
for them to come and eat their way out of you.
Yep. Because if you think about it,
Because they could survive in there and
caskets. I mean,
they could lay more eggs
Right.
into your body.
Yep.
So you're gonna be super maggoty.
that's it.
Whoa. There's a
the bum away. The
And then-
circle of life.
and there's also like how much of this, and I ask you like you're an authority on all
I
this,
am.
but,
Ask away.
I've
got the beer.
I am Dr. Beer Man, so whatever I think up is correct. So aren't there?
And Juan's here for a backup. Just
Oh,
in
Juan!
case.
Juan, also thank you, Juan.
Yes.
Juan is going to be our, our research extraordinaire.
Yep.
I don't know if you know a whole lot about dead bodies, Juan, but
Well,
But basically, there is a certain amount of like bacteria and other various symbiotic, like single-celled organisms that all live on our bodies, right? And our eyelashes and our stomach.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
kind
sure,
of stuff.
Sure. Uh-huh.
So, at what point are those things becoming extinct? Or are they going to eat away at you?
Oh, they'll last longer than you will because your body's still there for them.
Oh,
You know, that's because really all
good to know.
for us dying, it's just because our stuff stops working.
Right, we just
You
don't
know,
aren't be able to
all the
think
meat's
and
still
move
there.
around anymore. Yeah, the meat's still fresh.
Meat's still viable. It's no problem. But I think that there's definitely some very interesting things. There's a really good book by a woman named Mary Roach that's called Stiff. She's not a bug, by the way.
Can't get rid of this bitch. Every time I turn the lights on in my kitchen, I see her scurrying under the fridge. Mary Roach, tell me about it.
It's called Stiff, and that's what the whole book is about. What happens to your body the moment that you die?
It's not like erotic.
No,
fiction.
no, that's bunk. That's
Bunk.
that's a book all about sex that she wrote too.
Oh,
which
okay.
that's also
Is
a
this
very
for real?
interesting book.
Are you-
Yeah, it's
you
real. It's
fucking with me?
100% real. No, and I know how I learned about it. I learned about it from Scott Mosier on a real
wow.
old episode of Smodcast.
Interesting.
I found out about her, and so I followed all of her books. She's put out 3 different books, just 3, I think.
She just deep dives in different topics.
Just like weird stuff that nobody ever really addresses.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And what's the other topic then? So it's death.
Sex. Spooks was
Taxes.
the other one. It was all about ghosts and
Oh.
paranormal phenomena.
It's the golden opportunity. Should have followed up with taxes.
That's right.
I would have loved to get the Mary Roach's tax guide.
Yep, that would have been good too. Yeah, there's all kinds of things. Juan's talking about it. Said, did you know that your hair and nails continue to grow after you die? That's partially true and partially false, Juan. I just learned about this the other day.
Oh.
Your nails don't continue to grow. It's your nail beds recede.
Oh.
So it looks like your nails are longer, but they actually haven't. Now the hair part, I don't remember whether I think that does continue to grow for a brief period of time. Yes, that's true. Hair and the nails is false, Deirdre says. Okay, there we go. Yeah,
we got Trump by Deirdre.
That's right. I knew the nail thing, but I couldn't remember about the hair. The hair is fake. She says.
The hair's fake. It's all weaves. It's all.
Dig them up. We got to update the weave.
You want them looking fine for the afterlife, don't you?
Don't worry about the bugs. They're supposed to be there.
Just push them aside.
That's how the maggots get in. Updating weave.
We do weave updates every 6 months for this young lady.
It's good. Yeah. But yeah, those are definitely things to check out. She's good. It's a good very interesting read.
That is quite interesting.
Yeah.
I do really I wish I could live to the point where we're like imparting our consciousness into computerized systems, or just to like transfer consciousness over to undying bodies, right? That would be just awesome, because then you could either just exist on some kind of CPU,
right,
and just wait to jump back into whatever part of history you want to, or you can, just go walk around in like a synthetic body.
That's what I want. I just want to stay out of. I don't want anything to do with this biology crap. I didn't like it.
So imperfect.
It's
Thanks
a
a
waste.
lot, God.
What are you talking about? I gotta go to the doctor. Why?
It's expensive. I don't have
What are we going to
healthcare.
talk about? Me? I don't care about me. I'm here to just watch everything else.
Everything is like TV.
Make
to me.
sure my eyes are fine. That's all I care about.
I just want to keep these eyes. That's it.
Just keep them eyes moving around. That's all I.
Can I get the reverse of those contacts?
Yeah, keep
where
those.
they stay open?
Yeah, I want the
Like
prop
Clockwork
open.
Orange.
That's right. Yeah,
I want those.
That's what I want.
Malcolm
Just
McDowell
all the
eye
time.
proppers.
Yep, and just just get those little misters from the produce section of the grocery store, just to keep my eyes
Every
moist.
like 30 seconds.
Just put them on the end, the end of those little
Just
things.
get a little headband that has them, a little mister.
The never snooze. Then I guess people would really start sleeping with their eyes open.
That's right.
That
Sleep with both eyes open.
Yeah, that's right.
Exit light.
No,
I don't know
that's
what I haven't listened to Metallica in forever. Who the fuck does?
No.
Is anybody out there listening to Metallica? Hit us up at 505-19 maps. Keep giving. I want to keep giving this.
Yep, just bring it up.
this
Just
number.
keep throwing out the phone number.
Hit us up. We want to know. We want to hear from you. We want your money. We want your attention. We want your love.
Give
because
us as much
we don't have any of
of
those things.
everything as you can. That's
We
that's
want
really
all
what
of
it's
it.
all about.
We want your estate. We want
it.
your
We
family.
want it all, just like Freddie Mercury, and he wants it now.
right fucking
That's
now.
right.
He wanted it all. He shouldn't have asked for so much because he ended up getting
He got way too much. But
a little
speaking
more
of
than he was
that,
bargained for.
I heard that they just started the clinical trials for the
The Moderna,
vaccine.
HIV vaccine.
Yes. Oh man.
Yeah. Talk about an amazing development.
Yup.
I mean, and that's because of COVID, right? Didn't that help?
Yes, indeed. Yeah,
create
because
the
it's all the mRNA.
mRNA.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's genius. I'm
That's
so
pretty amazing.
fucking happy to hear about that.
I
Yeah.
am amazed at like some of the shit that we can do. Like a friend of mine, more like I guess a bit more like an acquaintance, but she's a surrogate for like these two dads,
Mm-hmm.
and they're having like a baby through her, and
Sure.
she's making $50,000
Oh, yeah, man.
to be a surrogate.
It's big money.
And I guess they have their own baby who had like some like congenital birth defects that needed like lots of surgery and attention. And I guess it was kind of one of those things where it was like not quite, they weren't quite sure if the baby was going to make it.
Yeah.
I believe she's a couple of years old now, but yeah, I guess the mother just wanted to become a surrogate, make some money.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, damn, man. And I thought, what the hell do they do? They just take these two sperm and just mix them all up.
Yeah.
And then, because like somebody has to be the genetic donor, right?
Well,
of
yeah.
the two dads. Because if it's two dads, right, it can't be just like, because I've heard of surrogacy where, maybe there's like a traditional, like, male female couple.
Right.
And they put insert the egg in and they basically artificially inseminate.
Yeah.
And then it gets carried on.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's, I guess if you have like two males or two females, then it's difficult, right? Because who do you choose? Flip a coin? Do you do rock, paper, scissors?
I
How
guess
do
it's
you
just
do
a
it?
conversation that I don't know that there's like a hard and fast form.
I like your
Like,
genes
which
better.
one's younger? You're the one that has to do it.
It's on you. Oh no!
Should have read the
pamphlet. Should have read the pamphlet. Jerk off into this.
It's clearly in the
this
pamphlet.
bag.
Yeah.
Do I get like a receptacle that's a little easier? No, it's a bag.
Juan is saying that Neil Patrick Harris and his husband's twins are both of theirs.
Wow. See, this is what I was wondering about because
Yeah.
I wonder if because of like CRISPR, they can do so much gene editing, right? So if they have
Well,
that
you can make
ability,
anything in the CRISPR.
yeah, you can crisp anything. Air fryer, it's delicious.
That's right.
I'm telling you, you
Yeah.
can fry literally anything, including the remains of Dale Earnhardt.
I'm trying to understand how this works because ultimately,
Well, that's what I feel like they need to somehow like splice up the genes, but how do they do that?
it would have to be genetic engineering.
Yeah, it's got
which
to be.
I thought was illegal.
they get it done in Mexico.
Otherwise, we could have got that could have had to been the case because there's I thought there were like literally laws in the United States because there's so many fucking things we could do with our understanding of like genetic alterations and stuff
There's
like
probably
that.
some regulations, but I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
if people are paying for it and it's like this consensual, like I don't know. To be honest, I just need to research it more. Hit us up
Yeah.
if you know more about this. But I did find it quite interesting that it's like fucking amazing.
Yeah.
What kind of shit we can do now?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Well, that's the beautiful thing about the progression of science is it would have happened a long time ago, but luckily now we're finally getting to experience it.
That's right.
40 years too late.
Stay out of the way. Get out of my way.
Juan's extrapolating now upon things that one twin is Neil's and the other is his husband's or something. He said, "Don't get me to lying."
Okay,
But
don't get me to lie.
He thinks that's what it was. But yeah, we'll have to do some research
That
on
does
that.
make
That's pretty cool.
make sense that they could carry two separate entities, right?
sure.
Two eggs.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting thing. I actually don't really know enough about it, but she looks very pregnant. I think she's due in like very shortly.
Sure. Yeah.
I think even this weekend might be the due date, which is why I was talking about it with
Right.
with Zach actually.
Oh yeah.
I saw him earlier, but yeah, man, just wild as hell. I want us to be able to just make like centaurs, and griffins.
I cannot wait.
All kinds of mixed up
my
animal
God.
monsters. I want a monster show. I
mo-
want to go to the circus. I want to see a snake head on like an eagle body.
I want to see it at the DMV. I don't even
Oh,
want to go to
yeah.
the circus.
Oh yeah,
I just want to walk in and be like, I need to renew my license, please.
It's like a koala with like
Yeah.
horns.
Like octopus legs slapping all over the floor.
Just trade them. I mean, you could trade a koala monster to be a DMV.
Yes, this is what it's all about right here. This is
Please take a number.
This is what I'm. Yeah, exactly. Please, the numbers are over there. Did you fill out the right paperwork? Okay.
I'm an abomination. I'm an affront to God. That's right. That's me.
I wish I would have just died of herpes or whatever that is that all the koalas have.
I feel like religion pushes back on that a lot because they don't know how to define like the soul of it, right? Because
Yeah.
they're not used to anything like it's not natural.
But why can't they apply the same methodology or mentality to all of the other advancements in life that they have, which is where they say God made the person so that they could make those things. It's just like our drugs thing.
That's
It's
right.
God made man, man made meth, God loves meth.
You have to follow the line of logic.
It's right there. It's right there.
It's just clear as fucking day.
Yeah.
I don't understand how. So God is operating on the sense that like we have enough logic to understand prophets
Mhm.
giving us information in ways that we understand it, right?
Yeah, sure.
But yet we're not allowed to question the rest of it.
Right.
But like reject knowledge because that was Satan's gift to mankind.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You gotta make the rules and stick to them. If you write any good story, any good storytelling, you go watch TV, watch a movie.
Mhm.
Good storytelling has to abide by the rules it sets out itself. As soon as they start going outside of that, you start scratching your head, going like, "Well, why did this happen?"
Yeah.
And then it's called Deus Ex Machina.
Right.
Hence the fucking God machine, where it just happened because the writer decided it needed to in that moment.
Rule
Has
number
no
one.
logical sense. I don't like it.
You can't change the rules just because you don't like how I'm doing it. You said we were allowed to curse.
Don't want anyone to have the worst day of their job.
Not trying to be funny. Trying to make it. Not trying to get a laugh.
Yeah, dude. None of it makes any goddamn sense
Yeah.
in any respect at all.
No.
And just it's the don't question it.
That really is.
Don't ever tell me not to question something.
That's right. Because the moment that you do that, you have neglected the brain that God gave me, and God damn it, I'm going to use it to prove He doesn't exist.
That's right.
Sorry.
It's just
Thanks,
all this-
God.
all the nonsense should have been done away with so long ago. I
Yeah.
can't believe we're like thousands of years later and we still can't get over it. Like,
No.
are we just trapped in it? Because to me, we can get like, I don't care if if you're spiritual and if you believe in like, I don't know, some kind of like, not even predestination, but just like that there's some sort of force, right? That's
Mhm.
like aligned with life.
Mhm.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to have a mystery about it, cool.
Right.
But I don't like the deity stuff.
Sure.
You start adding in so many problems at that point, and it feels if you go to its logical conclusion, there's only one conclusion for you to reach, which is that a deity is a cruel
Concept.
dictator.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a cruel dictator because there's no way that motherfucker's not stepping in into all these horrible things, just letting them happen.
Yeah.
Why? He
Well,
doesn't love you.
It's because people would rather be right than for things to get better.
That's a goddamn truth.
sucks, but at least
I
called it.
That's the fucking truth.
Yeah, that's what holds us back, I think, is this like insatiable desire to be right.
It's a failing of, I don't think we're evolved enough yet. That's the biggest problem. We're
Yeah.
self-aware, but we don't have enough answers and we have
Right.
a lot of questions. But
Right.
sometimes the answers to the questions are that it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, that's just the
and
way
we
it
can't
is.
deal with it.
That's just the way.
Yeah, that's Yep, that's the truth. That's how it goes.
All my brain just has constant old music references.
Yeah,
running
well,
through
that's
it.
it. That's it. That's you have to pull from the tunes that are readily available, I think. But
Man, this part sucks. Chris, why you need to get
Chris,
back
where are
here,
you? Speaking of tunes and Chris, we did our show on Saturday.
Chris.
There we go. Yeah, we actually didn't even talk about it before.
We didn't advertise it. For those who
We
listen
did that
knew.
with something else not that long ago too, where we talked about it after it had already happened. It It was a show or MonsterCon, maybe. No, we talked about MonsterCon beforehand. I think.
Yeah.
I don't
We
remember
even did
what the hell
updates.
it
We did
was.
special episode updates each day.
I don't remember what it was, but
Yeah.
we did something, and we didn't talk about it till after it was over. But anyhow, it might have been a show. Yeah. When we went to go see Priest, I think
That's
that's
it.
what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was on the fly.
but yeah. So
Well, there's plenty of advertising. If you follow the Kickstarter with Matt and Matt, you
Yeah.
know Matt and I pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I would assume, and you've seen our Facebook pages and or Instagram or wherever.
mhm.
We've been advertising it pretty strongly.
Yeah,
Literally, the only time I ever post on Instagram or anything anymore, even Facebook, is just to promote the
Right,
shows,
right.
or promote stuff I do, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't want to be personally involved with anybody.
No.
I don't like.
What is the point?
I hate the vapid, self-involved horse shit
Yeah.
of society nowadays.
Get out.
Everybody acts like they're all. It's all just like social credits.
Right.
Nobody cares. Nobody's. What do we film people?
Yeah, what is this? We can't live on our phones. We can't live in the moment.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
This is the world we're living in. This is
It's
the
true.
world we're given.
That's right.
Whoa.
Whoa!
But yeah, like that's the show we had was at JB Love Drafts,
The
Mechanics
brewery, yes.
Brewery,
Yes.
the brewery,
brewery.
and not to be confused with the one on Second Street in Harrisburg,
Which
is
played.
also a
as well.
fantastic venue that we played once before. But this was our annual.
I wouldn't call it fantastic, but that's just me.
I like the vibe and I like the people.
I like
what I mean.
the sex toy claw machine. I enjoyed that
That
part.
is fantastic.
I was very disappointed it was not stocked better, but
yeah,
I like that.
it
part.
needs to be fully stocked.
They do need to stock it,
But it has a
better.
good sense of humor and it's cool.
That
I feel
yes,
like
I
it's
do. I enjoy
welcoming.
that component. I enjoy the sensibility for sure.
It's good. It's a good alternative type of bar.
Yeah, it
It's a
would be a
bit
good.
divey.
It would be it'd be a good place to see a metal band.
It's like a much better depot.
just-
The depot was a dive because it was literally just a shithole that was neglected and fucking never run correctly. except,
Paint
like,
everything
Kmon.
black.
Yeah.
Don't turn the lights on.
No sound guy. Who cares?
There's enough light coming out of the beer cooler over there. We don't need lights. Turn them off.
That's gonna make everybody leave because they're all gonna see what kind of ugly clientele
That's
we got.
right. That's right. Yeah, we had a good time out there. It was nice to finally get in front of live people again.
Yeah.
To be able to feel some music. I mean, of
I
course,
felt something for the first time in years.
Something for the first time. It was just that those moments, those brief brushes with death, was the last time that I felt alive. It was really cool to be able to get out there and see familiar faces, get to hear some new music from the bands
Yeah.
that we're all friends with that we've been around for a while.
I saw Wrath maybe like 6 months ago,
Mhm.
playing some of their new stuff, and once again they were opening. They're the crux. We are the cornerstone. Like Wrath of Typhon, Spellbook, and Prince Diamond.
Right.
We're like the forefathers of this event.
That's right.
But Wrath has a bunch of new music that sounds like much more rock
Oh
sensibility.
man, it's
And
I love it.
My dad was like digging them.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? But I was like, you've seen these guys before.
Yeah.
But he was like, I like their music. They sounded good.
Mhm.
And Jay was awesome.
Yeah.
He sounded good.
He did.
He
Yeah.
really keeps his screamy tones to the point where you can really understand them.
Yeah, he enunciates.
Yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to just focusing on the like abrasive nature of the sound.
Yeah, like that band Verminoff who we
Right.
were playing.
Right.
I was always cracking up about how he would introduce the song.
Yeah.
He was like, this next song is called and then I was like, what the fuck is he saying? Does it even
And
matter?
that drummer had the thinnest snare I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's rice paper.
I think that bitch was maybe like 4 inches tall.
It was like a kiddie snare
Yeah.
shot from Toys
I was
R
like,
Us.
what in the hell is this thing? it just sounded like he was hitting like it's just a piece of paper stretched across a metal ring.
Everything is just guttural and growly
Yeah.
about that band.
That's it.
All their tones are literally the same.
It's all
like
the
that.
same.
People were flipping out for them.
Oh yeah, they were going crazy.
I'm not huge into the death metal
Neither
scene.
am I,
Not
yeah.
anymore. I mean, we play with some death metal bands. Actually, one death metal band we played with at JB's on 2nd Street, I thought was really good. That was back 2 years ago.
Mhm.
But they were actually pretty cool. I thought that their style was like a little bit. There was like more traditional. death
Oh,
metal.
okay.
So this is like the more modern,
Right.
just guttural screams and fast. blast beats and shit like that.
Right. Yeah.
It's impressive, but it's not for me.
Right. That's how I feel too. Yeah. I understand why people like it, but I just don't. That's not what I
appreciate
go to
it.
music for, really. I
No,
guess is really
it's
my
not.
thing.
It's not my enjoyment factor. But as a musician, I do appreciate the talent,
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's really the best place to
and they're all really
settle.
nice.
Yeah. Right. Absolutely. And like I said, they're all, well, a bunch of them are members from another band that we played with at the Depot from Night. So I knew them. And as a matter of fact, the singer, I know one of my other friends that I know from some other places, I was over at his house for 4th of July or something many years ago. And this guy walked over to me and he was like, "Hey, this might be a weird question, but do you know a band called Prince Diamond?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "Are you Prince Diamond?" Yeah. And it was that guy.
Oh, it's Bobby.
The singer. Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit. So we sat and talked for a little bit. So, but that was really the only time that I ever met him. I think he might have come up to me at the show or whatever at some point previous to that and been like, "Hey, like your stuff," or whatever. And so it's always funny running into him at the shows and then, playing with Night and then playing, with them. Verminal. Yeah. So that's always a chuckle for me because he's such a low key kind of guy.
Yeah, he's just very just unabrasive.
Right. Yeah. He just relaxed, sort of laid back. So to see him, up there growling is always a chuckle for me. But
he does look like he just jumped off like a warehouse.
Right.
Truck
Exactly.
or something.
Yeah. Yeah. But that falls right in line. Falls right in line with the whole methodology, I guess, or the stereotype of things. A lot of the bands like that are that way. They just just my mom just dropped me off, so I'm gonna go play some death metal.
Guess
now.
I'll do this now. Thanks, Mom. Pick me up at 5.
Yeah, it's good. Very unassuming people getting up there and then making all that noise that way. But yeah, the show went great. We let's see, Tyler's pedal board got unplugged twice.
Yeah,
at the very beginning and the very end.
Somebody drunk, I think, was pounding on the stage.
I think what happened was when we started playing, they ran up to the front of the stage and they braced themselves on the stage. And when they did that, they unplugged his cable. Yeah. And then at the very end of the show, I guess at the very end of Tyler said it was the last note.
Yes, it was the last note of "Come to the Sabbath."
That's what it is. What are you gonna do?
And of course, in the fucking Murphy's Law fashion, my amp that I have was waffling between it was having a software issue where it won't turn on.
Yeah.
And in practices, I'd bring it and I'd just be fiddling with it until it turned on. Eventually, it would always turn on, right? And it always does. But it was time to go play. I grabbed it. I tried to get it started as long as I could. 10 minutes into trying to get my shit together, still not fucking turning on.
Yep.
And I think partly it's because it was sitting by the cold.
That's what I was wondering.
It was sitting away from there before, but then somebody moved it. I think Greg did.
Yeah.
But it's okay. He didn't mean to Also, electronically, cold is fine.
Cold normally makes electronics run better.
Right. So it actually would make more sense, stand to reason that it would work better. Yeah. Well, it's just because it was the day of the show.
Right, of course.
I fucking knew this was going to happen.
So did we.
Yeah, you guys said too. And I did try to figure it out beforehand, but I was thinking it'll be fine. I'll take my chance. I bet you it'll work because it always would work. Fucking thing wouldn't turn on. Had to go borrow Siebert's rig, which his rig is awesome.
Yeah,
and I mean it made me sound really good.
Yes, it did. It was great.
People were like, "Your tone is so dope." Eric Tyler.
Oh yeah, of course.
Was he messaged me and he was like, "You sound like a fucking Geddy Lee up there." And I said, "Oh yeah, that's the best compliment I could ever get."
That's what I'm going for. That's what I want to hear.
Oh, so good. But so thankfully Siebert was there to bail me out. But it was so funny because I'm sitting there fucking with that whole thing. I talked to Alan. I'm like, "Alan, can I borrow your rig?" He's like, "Well, I already got to put away, but Siebert's the guy we want to talk to." So we walk over. Siebert's like, "Abso-fucking-lutely not."
Yeah.
And he's staring at me. And this goes on for 2 minutes. And he was like, "Fuck no." And I was like, I'm panicking because I know he's joking, but I'm like, please just get to the point that you say yes.
This when you say yes.
I'm already so late.
Right.
And he's like, "I'll take the bass now." And I'm not even hooked up yet. Right. 5 times he asked me to sound check for the bass.
Yeah,
Jesus
I heard him.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
But it all worked out okay.
It sure did.
Guess what happened when I got home and I plugged the bass in?
Turn right on. No
Turn
problem.
right the fuck
No
on.
problem. Well, like I said, I even got it. I was like, all right, I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to try and work my electronic mojo on this. And so I put my hand on the switch and I whispered a few little nothings in its ear. And then I flicked the switch a couple times and then turned on.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking right.
The logo came up, right?
And no, it went past that
Oh,
to one of the presets.
Oh.
And I was like, I fucking
was
got
it.
it. So I turned around and I was looking at, I think you were talking to Alan still at that point.
Yeah.
And I was shaking my head like, he doesn't need it. I was mouthing, he doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. And as soon as I turned and looked back at the amp, it was black. It turned back off again. I was like,
It did-
son of a bitch.
It did almost kick on for me too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the deal was. I'm sure this is thrilling information. For the
Everybody
audience.
is riveted by
But
the
suffice it to say
suspense.
that when you go to play a show, we do so much preparation.
Yeah, there's
we
a
do,
lot that goes into it.
All of us in the
More than
band.
the 45 minutes you get to watch.
We do so much prep. And then fucking something always fucking goes wrong.
Every single time.
Every fucking time.
Had to
gotta be-
rewire one of the crosses
Oh, my
right
God.
there on the field.
Oh my God. And
Yeah, the wire ripped out of the plug. Let me get a hammer so I can break it apart.
At least when last time we played at JB's, the last one,
Mhm.
Tyler accidentally stepped on Greg's amp.
That's right.
His pedals,
Yep.
turned it off. Dude, something always happens.
It's true.
Sean blew a fuse,
Yeah,
or Sean
yeah.
blew a tube one time
Yeah.
in his amp. I'm telling you, the show day
Yeah.
is the day where shit's gonna go wrong.
Always.
Because you need it.
That's right. That's right. That's what makes you get a little bit closer to just giving it all back to God. It's all your shit to
Give
deal
it all
with. You
back.
got to deal with my amp now, God. I'm dead. I don't give a
your
shit.
problem.
Turn that shit back into whatever you want. I don't care.
Good
Ham
luck.
sandwich.
Good luck cleaning this bullshit up too. 'Cause I've been making sure it's all fucked up. Just the way you fucked my amp up. You rolled the dice. I rolled the dice in your favor.
All
and
you had to do was
fucked
make my
me.
amp work. You son of a bitch.
I prayed to your stupid ass, and what do I get?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing but weird news.
Nothing but nothing means nothing.
All right, internet people, Juan and Deirdre, that was a little bit
That was long for
That
no
was
reason. We
lengthy.
weren't even talking about anything good.
I don't even know
I hate the show.
This is
I hate it.
what a mess.
All
What
right.
a mess.
I feel like trying to keep up. I'm so used to slacking off because Chris is
know.
here, and then like I go to got all these weeks in a row where it's just us two.
It's just us.
I can't always be. You guys try being funny all the time.
That's right. It's like trying to get your amp to turn on at a show.
Ugh. It's like
But that's
it's like trying to get grandma warmed up without the Alzheimer's. Because at least then she doesn't remember who anybody was.
that's a life lesson right there. Sometimes no matter how many times you flick the switch, it still isn't turned on.
You gotta know which switches to flick.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes it still is not good. Oh wait, I'm getting ready to start the thing here. Got to get all this squared away so you guys can see these delightful images.
Sorry for this awful week episode, guys. I know you guys eagerly anticipate the comedy, and there's just not a lot.
Where is it?
There's not a lot. I didn't want this. He did want to have some virtual sex, though,
He did. Yeah. Oh, he was all about that. Absolutely.
with Sandra Bullock.
Oh man.
Who wouldn't want to have 90s Sandra Bullock?
What red-blooded American would not want 90s Sandra Bullock?
Even 2010 Sandra Bullock looked the same. What is up with Sandra Bullock? Does she just have that kind of face that doesn't age? 'Cause she always looks the same to me.
Yeah, I think it's because she doesn't emote. Like, there's not a whole lot that happens on her face, and that keeps your skin real smooth.
I feel like an eager happiness behind like the deadness of her face, though.
That and polyurethane. I think if you just
Yeah.
put some poly over all of it, just it's see-through, but it's also very firm. And
That's
Nice it's like some starch on a nice suit. Keeps it nice and crisp.
Scotch guard.
That's Sandra Bullock Scotch guards her face on a daily basis.
I use Sandra Bullock's Scotch guard.
See, this is it. This is why.
As soon as we
this
stop
is-
recording,
this
I
is
say
it.
funny stuff.
This is it. This is why you have to watch the stream so you guys understand. Okay.
I'm not good when there's pressure. I don't work well under pressure.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm like when Spider-Man lost his powers.
Juan's asking if we jacked up Chris for jumping ship all these weeks. Yes, I did.
Yeah, we should have thrown stuff. We should have got the crowd to throw like empty beers at him at the show.
Yeah, introduce everybody. And on the drums,
We should have get him like a chicken wire cage so he
this
can throw anything he
deadbeat
wants.
piece of shit keeps skipping out on us all the time. Just don't let it fool you, folks. Just because he's here tonight doesn't mean that he's always present when we need him to be.
I thought Chris was actually held up pretty good on the drums.
He
for the
did.
show.
Yeah, he did a pretty good
He
job.
was going way too fast at the
Yeah.
end of Black Horseman, like double time.
Yes, he was.
And that solo, Greg was like rushing through it. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Am I going too fast?" I'm like, "Oh my god, it was so fast."
Yeah, it's all Greg there.
But
yeah,
He was like,
or all Chris there, not Greg.
it's all Greg's fault. But he was
Greg had to make up for it.
he was sharp though. I felt like Chris was like you couldn't complain about his playing
I was-
at all.
That last practice that we had, because normally he would he sounded like he was fumbling through the beginning of Blood to Walk. Like
Yeah.
it was like he was falling downstairs. But he fucking had that tight as shit at
Yeah.
that last practice we did. And I was like, God damn, that was good.
because I try to keep that E real
Mhm.
tight with his kick.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I want it to
important.
sound
Yeah. It's got to be percussive. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
because that's all that later King Diamond stuff sounds like the bass player and the drummer are kind of correlating.
Yeah.
But man, I thought he was doing fucking great.
Yeah, he did.
Past-
Yeah, he did a great job.
Past show,
Did a
Chris,
great job.
I think Chris is like a very good drummer. I think he's like he maybe isn't as experienced as a lifetime drummer for this kind of music, but I do feel like all these years he's been in this band, he's definitely improving a hell of a lot.
That, like I said, that's the only reason why I brought him on, because from practice
develops.
1 to 2, he progressed. I was like, okay,
That's-
as long as he can keep doing that,
Progress,
I can be patient. We don't play that many shows, so it's not like
No.
he needs to hurry up.
but like progress
Thank God.
and application is worth so much more than just raw potential.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You can outshine even the most like genius, brilliant person who doesn't put any effort into anything.
right. Yingwei Malmsteen. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bing bang.
Yingwei. Good old Yingwei Malmsteen.
Yin yang Malmsteen. It's fine.
Brothers. Where's the button? Here it is.
Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah!
Weird news.
Weird news on the Kickstarter net.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise used a witch told me to get the fire off me! Ah, help me, Oprah Winfrey! Ah!
A tarantula enjoys a fine chewing gum. The human torch is denied a bank loan. The arsonist has fought his shoes.
And now with this week's weird news, here's
What's going on? Oh, and I'm starting the show over again. Let's
restart the whole
restart the whole
I didn't
goddamn
want
thing.
this. I didn't
What
wanna do
was
this
that
one.
bullshit? So,
We have just another like aside. We have literally done like 30 minutes of a show before, restarted it because we hated it so much
Yep.
and just went ahead with whatever.
and also for those of you who are listening on the playback, we have also recorded, let's see, about another whole 10 minutes of far better content than anything that is on the recording at this point.
Yes, 100%.
It's all on the video. So it's all more reason to join us whenever the hell it happens, usually around 7:30 on Tuesdays. But I'll tell you what's going to happen now. We're going to put the weird news up here for the viewers so they can see the screen. We're
This
gonna
is the best part of our whole show.
Oh, my God. And don't you know we're going to start by talking about the competition? Bam! There he is.
Ah! No! Oh God! And the face. He looks like somebody just stuck an alligator snout up his butt.
Yep. On a Thursday. I thought it was Wednesday.
I thought this was Wednesday. I
Nope.
got elk horns
Yeah.
on Tuesday. I got possum feet on Friday.
It's on the calendar, guys.
I
don't know what the hell this alligator's doing here.
It's supposed to be Saturday.
Somebody fucked up.
Does it look like a Saturday to you?
Jamie, pull up Saturday.
Do you smell elves like I do right now? Keebler kind.
The keyboard. Thursday, isn't it? Of course, it's Keebler Elves.
It looks like that's what he's saying right now in his picture. Do yourself a favor if you're just listening to this and go back and take a look at our
Yeah, just
stream.
just Google
Earmark
shocked
it
Joe
around the
Rogan.
44-minute mark.
Right.
All right,
Just-
go for it.
Just pause it and just look at him.
Yeah.
Just take a look.
Don't look too long though.
Well,
It's
no,
like
not-
Medusa. You'll
That's
turn to
right. Just
stone.
right the stone.
Your
Yeah,
brain will turn to stone.
just get stoned just by looking at it.
Ugh.
Well, after so Joe Rogan, of course, has been in the news recently with Spotify and all this stuff, and what Neil Young and somebody else, Joni Mitchell, I think was. The other one.
Oh man, look at my life.
That's right.
I'm
What a
lot
shame
like you were.
To have that elderly man's music from his entire life.
Ugh.
That elderly man who's been saying elderly for, I guess it's a verb and an adjective, or an adjective and an
Elderly?
adverb.
Is elder a verb?
And no, elderly. Like they moved very elderly.
I don't think that's a
Well, anyhow,
correct usage of the word.
about 20. Well, about 24 hours after I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. After 24 hours after apologizing.
That's your reaction. That's the best.
About 24 hours after apologizing and promising to have all the pertinent facts at hand when discussing the coronavirus, Spotify podcaster Joe Rogan tweeted and then deleted a story about, you guessed it, the drug ivermectin.
Why is he so in love with this horse dewormer?
He just loves it.
I mean, I know it's like colloquially like the horse dewormer. I know that there's a human component to it too, right?
Yeah,
I know
there
that
is.
there's
Yes,
a human
yes,
version of
but it's specifically for parasites.
If you're fine with the experimental nature of an ivermectin to treat COVID,
Yes.
why are you against the vaccine to deal with it?
Hello.
What the fuck is wrong with you? And then you act like you don't know what the vaccine could do to people.
Ivermectin's all natural.
We've had the ivermectin around a while, just like
All the
Drano.
horses are fine.
And those fucking horse, us horse cocks are still hard as fuck. Don't you see what I mean? You see what I'm getting at here? You're following my line of logic. I'm going to the tree house. I'm going to go make some fudge. I'm going to go eat some people who are tiny, little imaginary people.
Benson Stables and Horse Ranch. Well, the medication has become a cause in right-wing media in circles, and Rogan, one of its biggest backers, tweeted, well, looky here, along with a story claiming that the drug was effective against Omicron in phase 3 clinical trials. Turned out to be incorrect, and the story was later updated. Although Rogan deleted his tweet, he did not issue any kind of correction to follow up the statement. Rogan, who reportedly received $100 million from Spotify for the rights to his podcast, has talked up ivermectin on his show and even took it himself, along with multiple other treatments when he got sick with COVID-19. So you can, Rogan and Spotify have come under fire recently, as we just talked about last week. The rock and roll legend, or rock legend, Neil Young pulled his music from the company. They can have Rogan or Young, he wrote, not both. As if that was a loss.
As much as like nobody gives a fuck about Neil Young's music anymore, I do appreciate that he's kind of saying like, I don't even want to be on this network that promotes a fucking idiot, right? Somebody who's with dangerous ideas. Joe Rogan used to be like the underground rebel who had the connections to all the people who could like that were interesting, that maybe you never, an eclectic group of people, and he was advertised as some sort of just everyman, right? Now he's this corporate shill, fucking hypocrite. He's such a fucking bloated, blood bag fucking piece of shit. I love looking at his face.
He's looking right at you too.
That's the best part. He can't even comprehend the insults I'm lobbing at him.
No, he
right
doesn't
now.
even go. Deirdre says Joe brings a horse into the interview. You have COVID-19? Okay. Ivermectin it is.
And there we go. Give me everything.
Well, let me tell you what.
Remember that show, Mr. Ed?
Two
Poor
Knox
Mr.
beans,
X.
yes.
You like peanut butter? I'll put some peanut butter on my dick. I bet you'll just eat it all right off of it. And then after that, I'm gonna hunt you in my backyard
That's
in
right.
Austin,
Start
Texas.
running. We're in a bunker right now.
My wife's been out there.
I
For
know-
3
I know
weeks.
we've
I've
knocked
been
you out.
hunting her with a crossbow. I can't ever catch her though.
It's the only way for me to get another marriage. I call this the annulment.
The annuller.
Yeah, the annuller.
The annulerizer.
Well,
He elderly killed his wife. Shot her down with a crossbow.
prematurely.
Very elderly.
No,
He's got a laser
Your
sight
Honor,
on
Your Honor. I shot her elderly.
Are you familiar with the English language, Mr. Rogan? Of course
Which
I am.
one?
Who's talking to me right now? Is it one of you? Is it you or one of you? One of these elves. Somebody get Jamie on the phone right now.
You ever snorted cornflakes before? Let me tell you, the fiber really helps to get the mucus out when you have the COVID going on. It's
I'll take,
bran flakes.
I'll take anything that you put in front
And
of
if
me.
it's raisin bran, 2 scoops, please.
That's right. Bring it on. And this makes a lot more sense why he's friends with Alex Jones.
Of course,
Like he's trying to
of
like
course.
regulate Alex Jones.
Yeah.
But this is like when you have this is a common tactic, right?
Mhm.
You have the ugly friend.
Yeah.
It's to make everybody else look better.
Yeah.
Alex Jones is Joe Rogan's ugly friend.
Right.
To make him look saner
Because
because he's fucking so off the fucking map.
he's everywhere. Yeah. And now he's falling right in his path. That's exactly what happened to Alex Jones.
He's living long enough to be the villain.
Plain
I-
and simple.
I propose that we hunt Joe Rogan.
This is good. Why don't we put him on the other side of the annuller?
I think if we
It's
gotta
gotta happen.
get that laser sighted crossbow,
Well,
each and every one of us, he'll be like a warthog.
he
He will be.
We
He's
got to put a
he's
couple bolts in him before
angry,
he goes down.
smelly and dangerous.
And full of drugs.
He's full of drugs, and he's got dangerous ideas. Just like boars.
That's why we hunt them. That's why we hunt them. They're just trying to take over the world.
Got
Not
experiment.
on our watch, piggy. Well, Rogan, who calls himself a fan of all the musicians, issued an apology of sorts and vowed to provide more balanced discussion about the pandemic. That vow seems to have lasted about 24 hours. So there you go.
Anybody that gets that big, they have interests, right? Money
Yeah.
corrupts all of it. And I'm not saying I'm not a fan of like the idea of currency and barter in that manner. That's fine.
Sure.
Whatever. Capitalism, fine.
Right.
But
it is what it is.
You gotta filter in this information, knowing the other factors around it, right? This guy
Yes.
is sponsored by a giant corporation.
Mhm.
This motherfucker wants you to listen to him, and he
Mhm.
needs to stay relevant. He's got more money than you and I and any of us will ever see.
Yep.
I guarantee it.
Sure.
Why does he need to continue to do this?
Exactly.
He's getting so fucking high and out of his mind that he doesn't even care.
And he gets
what he's
ratings.
saying.
That's the idea. It's the fucking same problem
He's
with the
Oprah.
news.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
By the way, I got this text message. I almost sent you the picture of it. I don't know
Yeah.
if you got it too.
No.
But Dr. Oz is coming to York
Huh?
to speak about his campaign and answer questions. I want to go and ask him.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Doctor
Yes.
Oz, Mr. Doctor.
Yes.
What the fuck makes you
Excuse me, wizard. How
think? Excuse me, great and powerful Dr. Oz.
can you give me a heart?
May you prescribe some ivermectin to me? Because I've heard it's a great way for combating the elderly effects of COVID-95. But I want to ask him, why the fuck you run? What makes you think that you're more capable and more qualified to run for office than me?
Yeah.
You're a hack TV personality.
I'm running for office now. I just wanted to take this opportunity to elderly let everyone know. I didn't want to do it real loud, just in an elderly way.
Slow, steady, and almost runs
Headed for
course.
death.
Heading for that maggot farm.
Deirdre says, I had to talk about Dr. Oz in my government class. I'm not
Oh
talking.
my fucking god, Deirdre!
I'm not joking.
Oh my god, this is fucking ridiculous. There's no way that
Mhm.
that guy stands for anything that makes any fucking sense.
Yeah.
He is a fucking hack. He's a fucking hack, dude. He doesn't.
Well,
He should not be running for office. It's a dangerous thing.
no, and that's a whole other can of worms with all that
Uh,
bullshit. Let's switch to something that's
Better call Joe then. If
that's
there's
right. We
worms
got to
involved.
get Joe involved here. Well, this so I'd like you
This looks
guys.
happy.
Yeah, I'd like you guys to meet a little fish friend here.
Oh.
The person reaching in there looks like they might have some skin conditions. So they're not looking great.
I got plaque psoriasis.
Yeah. It's okay. That's why they take care of the fish.
Nothing means anything. There's this commercial for a pharmaceutical that's for plaque psoriasis. Anyways, go on. If you know, you know it.
Yep, I know that one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to meet Methuselah. All right, the fish that eats fresh figs, gets belly rubs, and is believed to be the oldest living aquarium fish in the world.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, for those of you not familiar, Methuselah was Noah's grandfather in the Bible, and he allegedly lived to be 969 years old. And once again, of course, Joe Rogan is a big fan of living to be 969. It's very possible, just with enough ivermectin and preservatives, you can keep yourself alive for that long. Well, but he's not quite that old. He, according to the Academy of Sciences, he's believed to be around 90 years old. That means this motherfucking fish was born before World War II happened.
And guess what? He didn't give a shit.
He didn't give a shit. He's not pushing ivermectin. He didn't vote for Trump or for Biden. He's just here. He's just eating figs and getting his belly rubbed. That's the fucking life.
He didn't know about Hitler.
That's why there's no
Mussolini.
God. That's why there's no God. This fish is happy. He's lived through all this shit. He didn't give a fuck about any of it. He's eating figs. He's getting belly rubs. He's just swimming around in his tank. He's like, whatever we want to do. Whatever's fine with me. But he's a 4 foot long.
I think that's more of evidence that God hates mankind.
Yeah, that's true too.
He hates us.
Maybe God's a fish.
God might be that's 70% water on
Well,
the
but see,
planet.
this is
Makes more sense.
we'll get to this in a minute because this
Aquatic
is
God.
a lungfish, and lungfish are the purported missing link between
Oh.
fish and land dwellers. So
Okay.
sea dwellers and land dwellers, because of their the lungs, basically.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Interesting.
But yeah, so he's a 4 foot long, 40-pound Australian lungfish that was brought to San Francisco in 1938 from Australia. Whoa. This is wild. The primitive species has lungs and gills, and they're believed to be the evolutionary, there you go, link between fish and amphibians. No stranger to publicity. His first appearance was in the San Francisco Chronicle in 1947.
Whoa.
Until a few years ago, the oldest Australian lungfish was in the Shed Aquarium in Chicago. I don't know if it's in the shed or not, but it's 2 D's on the inside. I imagine it's a name. But the fish was named Granddad, and he died in 2017 at the age of 95. So Alan Jan, the owner of the Australian Museum, said by default that makes Methuselah the oldest. So
He
I guess
wins.
he wins. There you go. He likes getting rubbed on her back or belly and has a mellow personality. He's very elderly in its maneuverings.
Yes,
But
that's
we just
true.
give her the best possible care we can provide, and hopefully she thrives, they said. So there you go.
That is pretty cool, actually.
That's a wild thought right there.
She looks like such a sweet little fish.
Yeah.
I'm not a
absolutely.
big fan. I mean, I like to eat fish,
Yeah, me too.
but I don't really know much about the aquatic world.
Yeah, it's interesting because we've got some pretty big carp out in the pond, and whenever I would take the boat out to clear the drain or to put the fountains in or whatever like that, that normally they would swim away from me. But if I sat out there long enough, they would come and investigate the boat out of curiosity. And their fish are pretty docile. I mean, it's not like they're gonna those kind of fish anyway.
They're not really predators,
Right, they're not going to come after you unless you're a bug. But But speaking of a bug, Domino's is going to start tipping carryout customers $3.
They're gonna tip you. Domino's fucking hates
Yes.
delivery apps.
Yes, they
like
do.
DoorDash.
Yep.
I saw this commercial that Domino's had went around and paid a bunch of local restaurants for gift cards to give out for free to
Yeah.
their restaurants,
Mhm.
just so that you could try to kill DoorDash.
Yes.
And I'm like, There must be some vested interest in this. There is no fucking way on heaven, hell, or earth
Right.
that these fuckers are doing this for any reason except to profit.
Yeah, of course it is. They just want to cut it all out.
They've figured out that the profit, like the margin that they're losing
Yep.
from, say, DoorDash or whatever, is so great that they're now offering to tip you just to come and get their. But $3, man.
$3. So
I mean, I know that's what we made at our show. We
yeah,
just
right.
like-
Exactly. $3. But they do that for the carry-out orders because of the shortage of delivery drivers. Promotion for carry-out customers who order through May 22nd, so the day after my birthday, amid a shortage of drivers ahead of the company's busiest days, Super Bowl Sunday especially. They said that customers can claim the $3 coupon code when they order, and the company will send them an email with their discount promo code, which is redeemable on another carry-out order for the following week for a minimum of $5 purchase before tax.
Minimum $5 purchase,
Yes.
and you get $3 back.
Yes. So
No fucking way.
Yep. There you
You
go.
can eat 3 meals at that place
Oh yeah,
each day,
absolutely.
and you could end up making money.
There you go. That's it. Got to clip them coupons, folks. It's time.
Flip
Time.
'em up.
That's like clip them up. Go to Domino's. There you go. I'll tell you what else got clipped off. An off-Broadway play appropriately titled "The Perfect Crime" had to cancel some performances due to a real crime. Someone stole copper pipes from the theater's basement. So there you go. I was very disappointed when I started reading this because the headline was like "Perfect Crime Postponed Due to an Actual Crime in the Basement." I was hoping someone got murdered, but unfortunately
no.
it didn't happen.
Habeas corpus. No,
Well,
nobody.
Yeah, nobody. That's a song. Yeah, that's a song too. Yes. Well, Russell said that Kathleen Russell, the general manager of the theater, said she went into the basement, turned on the water, and realized water was spraying everywhere because there were no pipes. So I discovered that the thieves have taken all the copper pipes, which is really weird because I don't think copper is that expensive anymore. It used to be worth like a good chunk of change.
It was the preferred item to steal from,
Man, people.
for like
I remember
amateur
when I was doing
criminals.
construction, we used to like lock all that shit down in
Yeah.
cages because it would be gone.
Yeah, dude, people would search for construction sites or just abandoned buildings where they could steal copper pipe.
Absolutely, yeah.
I guess I don't know if the copper like the conversion for copper pipe is even that much
Yeah.
anymore, if it's profitable.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Like I said, I don't think
Apparently,
I don't think it's that much, but I guess it's something.
It's got to be worth
It's-
something
it's
for
weird.
for this guy to come
Weird.
in and steal it.
Well, they said they found the door to the basement had been shattered, and there were bullet casings on the floor, and the security cameras captured another attempted break-in on Sunday. They said he was kicking with these big boots, kicking the glass door, pretty violent. And the theater had to cancel about 12 performances between Perfect Crime and The Office, a musical parody, another show at the same venue. They said the police haven't made any arrests, and the repairs cost around $20,000.
Oh my god!
So there you go. Well, speaking of another god, here we bring up
money.
another friend. Here we are. But this one's going to leave you with a little smirk on your face.
All right.
A teenager has asked Elon Musk for $50,000
I like it.
after the billionaire requested the youngster to delete a Twitter bot that they made, which tracks his private jet. There you go.
A Twitter bot tracks his private jet.
There you are. Jack Sweeney, who's only 19 years old, turned down Musk's initial offer of $5,000 to shut down the @ElonJet account.
That's like pulling a quarter out of your pocket and telling somebody.
Here's
to
a
shut
penny,
up.
kid.
Yeah, here you go. That's almost actually like less than a fraction of a penny that he offered. him.
Absolutely, of course.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's like saying, that's almost like it's less than even spitting on a person.
That's right. Well,
Begging
the
for money.
best part is Jack Sweeney turned it down, saying that the payment wouldn't replace the satisfaction he received from running the bot.
This kid is my hero.
Yep, he's being savage. It's great. Well, they said that the bot uses publicly available air traffic information, and he purported that it was a potential threat to his safety. The University of Florida student described himself as a business insider and fan of Mr. Musk, and said that he had created the bot as it would reveal what business is going on and where he is going. He launched similar accounts tracking the planes of Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos.
Oh, I love
This kid is great.
it. I love this initiative.
Yep, there you go. The accounts say that they track the aircraft, not who may or may not be on board, which is a genius way to sidestep all of that legal bullshit that would be attached to it. The student also has a part-time job with a company called Uber Jets.
Oh,
There you go.
I know that you could just call in a jet.
Just Uber. I'm just going to Uber a jet.
Yeah. you're downtown in the city.
I'm just going to Uber a jet home. Get the fucking X-Men. So they
I'll be home in like 4 seconds.
Uber catapults.
Uber trebuchet.
Why they gotta light me on fire first? Yeah, that's it. The student is also, I already said that part. It tracks chartered flights, which allow customers to identify cheap seats on flights. So the student then revealed messages from Elon Musk. He shared a direct message, which the tycoon said, "Can you take this down? It's a security risk." And he said, I don't love the idea of being shot by a nutcase. That's what Elon Musk said. Eventually, he said, "How about 5,000 to take this account and generally help make it harder for crazy people to track me." This is what he said, Elon Musk. And so at this point, the teenager tried to upsell. Any chance to up that to 50,000? It would be a great support in college and would possibly allow me to get a car, maybe even a Model 3. Get your money back, right?
He's stroking the right.
There you go. He's pulling the right strings. He's got the ticket, but Elon's still looking at him just like that. The billionaire eventually declined, explaining he didn't feel right to pay to shut down the account. Yeah.
It's not morally right.
right.
I'm worth billions of dollars.
Yeah.
He actually, I think it might have been last week that I was talking about this, or a week prior.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I'm so pissed off about how Elon Musk and society seems to see him as some kind of folk hero.
Right.
This motherfucker was rich before you even knew who the fuck he was.
Exactly.
And
right.
he became richer. I think he's the richest man. I think he's richer than Bezos.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There is no fucking way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but there is no way that you have that much money and you have a moral conscience.
Mm-hmm.
You don't make that much money when you have morality. You don't have altruism. There's no fucking way. He acts like it's all a sale. It's a sale, and he's so awkward.
100%.
He's so fucking awkward.
Well, sure.
If this kid has every right to track his fucking stupid plane, and I don't care if he thinks he's John Lennon or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
This motherfucker, if he's going to get shot by somebody crazy, it's going to happen no matter whether they can track his jet or not.
Use your billions of dollars to hire a security force. You can fucking buy a whole country's army with the money you've got.
I'm sure he's got an army. If this kid starts tweeting locations to deer, he's got a problem.
Yeah, right.
As we figured out before. They'll sneak up on the guards and impale them in the chest.
They don't have. They're like goddamn ninjas of the forest.
It's like a fucking joke, and it's not.
Yeah, no, it's
if you
crazy.
haven't been listening, it's true.
If you missed that story, what a story it was.
It happened for real. But like this guy he's got plenty of protection.
Yes.
There's no way he's gonna get anywhere. Like no one's gonna get near him.
Yeah.
So if you don't want it up on the internet, which you love so much, that you promote fuck you.
Yes.
Fuck you.
That's the bottom line.
That's like saying, "Can I have $1, sir?" Or like not even $1. It's like a quarter.
Right.
I'll stop if you give me a quarter.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk is like, I shouldn't have to give you a quarter.
That's right.
To do this because
You should just do what I want because of how much money I have.
Aren't I your hero?
Yeah.
Aren't I your best hero? Fuck you and your square face and your stupid eyes. You fucking piece of shit.
Well, this will bring
love
us
it.
on to an Iranian man who broke an unusual Guinness record by balancing 85 spoons in various locations on his body.
They're not what?
This-
How is that balanced?
I don't
It
understand.
looks like he's got a spoon shirt on.
I know. I don't understand. It looks like spoon chainmail.
I thought when this first popped up,
Yeah.
because of the granulated quality of this picture,
Yes.
I thought he was some kind of like Native American royalty.
Nope. He looks like he's going to battle in the Beauty and the Beast mansion, but he's not.
Rumble in the Beauty and the Beast mansion. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Watch the Man of Metal fight the Beast of
Juan says he took
Darkness.
the vaccine. That's
He's like a refrigerator now. You can
That's
stick
it.
up.
There you go.
Can hang up all your children's drawings on him.
Well, he said he broke the record. He's been balancing spoons on his body since he was a child. I accidentally noticed this talent of mine when I was a kid, but after multiple years of practice and effort, I was able to strengthen my talent to be able to develop it where it is now. He
He's
bested.
talent. He looks like he just stuffed a bunch of fucking spoons on his fat.
Is he just like breathing in real hard? Like how in the hell? Like these ones that are around, like between his ample bosom. How in the fuck are they all layered like that?
Dude, I have no clue.
It's wild.
That's fake.
It's wild. But he says, I focus on whatever I'm trying to stick to my body, making me capable of transferring my energy and power to them. So I imagine that he's using, heat. Temperature's got to be.
Well, just like how people like fog up their spoon and like
Right.
stick it on their nose. It's got.
It's the moisture that's.
It's probably moisture that's
Yeah.
holding it to him.
He
Yeah.
does look like he's probably pretty a moist human being.
He's profusely sweating. That's why metal just sticks to him.
That's it. Yeah. I guess that's what's going on here. But I said I focus. So here it's anything, and I mean it. Any object, anything that has a surface, I can stick it to my body, such as plastic, glass, fruit, stone, wood, even a fully grown human.
Was he Velcro man? What the hell is this?
I want to know what's going on. I think this
want
guy,
him to sew
he's
that
got
into a
some.
shirt.
He needs to see like a skin doctor immediately.
Could you imagine if you were like fighting a war and this guy runs at you in battle?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. First of all, I'll be like, what the fuck? Is this guy from the mess hall? And then secondly,
Is that the cook?
the
Oh, shit.
cook's going crazy.
The cook's gone mad.
Yep, but whatever he's doing it, he's doing
He's
it.
doing the best at it.
He's
Matt,
doing
and that's,
he's the best. He's the Guinness best.
that's right. I want to do the Guinness Book of Worst Records.
Well, that's what I'm all about. I
want the
love
worst.
it.
Who is the worst at something?
This is a great idea. I think this is
TM.
going to be a thing. TM. We have to figure this out. Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
That's
And
got to be. That play on words has to already have been
maybe not.
scooped up.
Sometimes the stupid things don't get touched. They just get joked about and left behind.
That's a good
I mean,
point.
just look at our show.
That's good. That's a very good point.
Look at us.
Why have we been running overtime this past? Like we have
I know,
nothing
we did
good
it
to
last
say.
time.
We did this last time.
I
too.
think that's the reason why is because we have nothing good to say, so
We're
we don't
searching
keep it
for it.
concise. Yeah, we're like,
Yeah.
let's just keep talking. Whatever it is, whatever we're doing. That's all the weird news that we have for you there, and we're gonna just elderly step aside.
I'm done.
This is it. If you made it this far, I don't know. Hopefully you've been doing something else.
I hope that this is like in the background when you're cleaning.
Yeah, I hope this
or
is
doing your
not.
taxes.
like
It's
a
tax season.
It is tax season. Get those taxes ready, prepared. Make sure that your income and your expenses sort of line up a little bit. Don't over purchase, with your cash because Uncle Sam's going to want to wet his beak, and there's nothing worse than Uncle
The
Sam with a
mafia
wet
state.
beak. Yeah.
Oh, you don't want a wet beak, Uncle Sam. You ever seen a penguin with a bloodlust in his
That's
eyes
right.
and the Pacific Ocean on his beak?
Oh man, it's just waiting, just waiting to drink some blood, fresh from the tap, fresh from the tap. and unless we can figure out how these faster than light vampires and penguins, how they're working together to get off. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the penguins, they're just wobbling up. They're like, hey, well, I'm moving pretty slow. I'm not even moving as fast as you can track. This is like I'm just so slow right now, just wobbling towards you with my little baby feet, and then they just peck you right in the jugular vein, or right in the carotid artery, just right, or they're just getting right in the leg, just in the meat of the leg, and that way the blood just starts flowing, and those vampires are like gnats. They just
It's that
sucking
boiled
it all
frogs, man. Boiled frogs.
That's what it's all
You
about.
stay in something for the slow progressive change, you don't even notice it.
That's also not true. That's also a fake statement.
I'll still eat them though.
Well, who else is going to? Somebody's got to eat them.
And I'm hungry.
That's the bottom line, folks.
They don't scream.
Somebody's got to eat them. They
just
don't
burp,
scream,
burp.
and we're hungry. And we'll see you next time on another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
And why would you listen again?
stop.
Juan the Meatus, he's got it right. He knows. Juan knows. Juan knows exactly. And Deirdre, keep studying. Keep studying so that you can get
Please excel
out.
beyond.
out of this well that
We're-
we have drug you down into.
You're in a hole right now.
That's right. You're in an elderly well. You got to get out. Please do it.
Leave.
All right, internet people. Juan and Deirdre
Our best friends.
and whoever our third is. I didn't even bother with Instagram. I don't think I'm going to bother with it anymore.
Who
Chris
cares?
isn't here.
Who listens on Instagram? anyways?
So that's that. Yeah, we're done. We're gonna release you from your misery.
Yeah, I mean, what what's a good what good
Why?
is it anyways?
Why continue this?
We just leave it on for like 2 more
Oh,
hours.
Allison. Hi, Allison. You're
Allison.
Allison's 3. Very good.
Once
Wonderful.
I kind of figured it was probably
Wonderful.
her.
That's good. Yes, I'm glad that Allison is the 3rd. That's good.
But these are all the people that we know personally.
This is it, and that's all I
It's
care about.
Deirdre,
That's it.
Juan, and Allison,
That's
all
perfect.
of our friends.
That's a perfect trio of viewers because they're people that are not going to judge us based upon what they hear here.
not out loud.
Not out loud, maybe while they're listening. But it's good. It's good not to have to. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm just done. Juan, we appreciate your undying support. Juan says no misery here, fellas.
Juan is pretty much our like the only thing keeping us upright in this show.
Juan, yes, that's right.
Honestly,
That's right.
Juan's given us so much encouragement.
He does.
He's always there every week. I love it, Juan. Thank
Holds
you
us-
so
holds us up.
much.
You're
Truly.
You are the wind beneath my wings. It's just for you, Juan. Just for you. All right, we love you all. Thank you.
Goodbye,
See you next time.
everybody. See ya.
What is this bullshit?